I remember having tears sometimes. I'm thinking I should just bounce back like this. But I just remember just resting in the peace of God and just like, you know what, God, again, I put my life in your hands.
You know, every baby is different. And so everybody gives you a billion stories. Like, oh, goodbye to sleep. That's what I heard the most. Goodbye to sleep. You're never going to sleep again, blah, blah, blah. And you're changing diapers and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, yeah, I know there's certain things that you have to expect, but we want to have faith in this too. So after having the baby, we didn't just stop having faith. We wanted to have faith for him. Because there were still different things, there were still different challenges that we ran into. Like, for one, a few weeks after he was born, they called us up saying, hey, the blood test that we did at his birth came back saying that his thyroid levels were wrong, like TSH levels were too high. Yeah. So now you got to come back and do the test again, take more blood to find out. And we took that test, and I remember, so of course we're confessing the word, and I remember them calling us and leaving you a message and saying, okay, we have the results, please call us back.
I know, it sounds so urgent. I'm like, oh
okay,
my God.
So you dialed me in and we called back. I'm like, all right, we're here for the results. And Late's like, oh yeah, they were normal, you're fine. They were like, could have just left that in the message. But
again, I feel like the devil was setting us up, giving us window opportunity to start being like, oh my God, he's sick, he's scared, speaking negative over him.
Here's my advice. No matter what happens, no matter what negative report you get, I don't care what they say, what you see, never speak the negative. Stay on your faith. Have your faith in advance. Don't wait for something to happen to start confessing the word. Confess the word. We were confessing the word over JJ's body, his ears, his eyes, his nose, his hair, his skull, his brain, his heart, his lung. Like, we were confessing everything over him while he was gestating in the womb, believing for a supernatural, perfect, normal baby.
And when he was born, he came out with something they call pitted ears. And basically, it's like little holes on his ear. It's hard to see, but they're little holes, dot-sized holes. And apparently, your kidneys and your ears develop at the same time. So if your ears have any kind of deformity, they're concerned that your kidneys also may have some issues. So they was like, okay, we need to make sure that his kidneys are working well. Well, his kidneys are working just fine. It's like, oh yeah, his kidneys are good.
He peed on Casey while in the hospital.
Yeah, he is. So his kidneys are very, very active, very good. So all these things, come out, he got pitted ears. His thyroid levels might be high, and he might have Down syndrome. He might this. I remember they came in, it was like, we're going to do a hearing test on him. Usually babies fail the first time. If they fail the first time, then we do a second time. And then after that, then he might have issues with hearing. So, okay, took JJ away. He came out, oh, he passed the first time. I said, of course, my baby's super. Yep. Like, he is an awesome baby. So he passed all his tests with flying colors, no issues whatsoever.
What was really cool was, just kind of off topic, they laid him on her while she was still in the bed, and I was talking. He opened his eyes and looked up at me, like in my direction, and I was like, that was so cool. So, I mean, he was a great baby. Like, he came out perfect. And,
he came out crying, something that I prayed for. I said, when he comes out, I want him to be crying. He was hollering, and he hasn't stopped since. He's still hollering.
Yeah, but he's healthy, strong, he's putting on weight, he's getting bigger, he's getting more attentive, he's making noise, all that good stuff, getting strong and everything. So it's just been great. But, as far as us and our relationship unto JJ, there were changes, our sleep schedule changed. And so you got to make those adjustments. You got to make the adjustments of not being frustrated with each other. I remember it was a little tense one of those first nights, because we're trying to figure this thing out. But I think we've gotten a lot better at challenges and how to join together instead of turning against each other. And again,
that's why I'm so glad. Like, timing was perfect for us. That our marriage was at a point where we were unified. We were on the same page, because with all this extra stress, we could have been eating each other big time. And if we had a rocky marriage, man, this would have probably been the nail.
Nail in the coffin.
Yeah, nail in the coffin. It really probably could have been the detriment of our marriage. And we believe that divorce happens early on in your marriage. Yeah. It may take a while for you to separate where people see it, but divorce happened really early.
Happens in your heart first.
Yeah, it really does. But I'm so glad JJ came in on us being strong.
Yeah, being strong, being able to help each other. So we made the adjustments, and it's obviously still adjustment every day. As of right now, he's just about 2 months old.
Yeah.
But he's starting to smile now, and it's great. It's really great, and I love him, and I love coming home to him, and you be posting pictures and sending pictures to me. It's just really cool. So we're enjoying being parents. But every challenge that we come into, anything that's different, anything that's new, using the same faith we
used. We
used.
still have a lot to learn, you know, but every day is a faith project. We believe, we walk by faith, talk by faith. And, you know, such thing as they call it the fourth trimester, you know, I was recovering and things like that. And again, not knowing everything to expect, but I remember literally the first night we brought him home, I'm like, I can barely lift him because I'm just so like tired. My back is hurting. Everything is hurting, ladies. And it was just a weird moment, and I just felt like, man, I don't feel like myself anymore. And I remember having tears sometimes. I'm thinking I should just bounce back like this. But I just remember just resting in the peace of God and just like, you know, God, again, I put my life in your hands. And at this time, you know, I'm still recovering. There's still a process of healing that I'm still going through, but I feel good. Starting to work out again, obviously. So that's really being helpful right now.
So yeah, it's been pretty great. Postpartum, we're enjoying it. You know, I mean, we spoke against the negative things, spoke against
depression,
no postpartum depression and everything like that. And the faith of God works. And once again, whenever you have a challenge that it's like, okay, I didn't expect that, or I didn't seem to get 100% what I was believing for. For us, everything that we missed, it's like, okay, we're going to believe for that next time and get it 100% because we're going to have more children, you know, and we're going to have to use the same faith to happen.
And we learn not to be mad about the things that we missed. And just say, okay, we shoot for 100 and we got 90. We're not going to cry over the 10%.
And we have our new confessions now. We got together and said, all right, based on what we've learned, what are we believing for, what are we going to focus on? And we got confession. We're confessing them daily now until the moment that we go into labor, having the next baby, you know?
And we guard ourselves very carefully about letting people in and talking negative to us, you know, especially now that everybody know how old I am. Don't be sending me stuff about well, you know, you over this age, you're talking about having more kids. Yes, I'm going to have more kids because it's our promise. God promised us that we can have many kids we want.
We're blessed. We receive every benefit of that blessing. One of the chief aspects of that blessing is multiply children, as many as you want. So that's what we're going to do. But we want to give you guys a special announcement on the tail end of this. We'd like to introduce you to JaylenandCasey.com. Yeah, we have an active website now. Two coolest features of JaylenandCasey.com is the first one being one-on-one with Jaylen and Casey. You can have a one-on-one Zoom session with us. You can book it for a fee. You can talk to us, a 30-minute session, ask your questions, get real advice.
Look, some of y'all need that session.
Some of you have requested that session.
Yes, some of y'all have been requesting it. So here we are answering your prayer. Y'all need to
go in there and book your first session.
We can help you.
We'll confirm it and have that with you. Otherwise, we have a new way for you to ask questions. We answer questions a lot on this channel. So now what you need to do is not leaving it in the comments. It's not DMing us on Instagram like we used to do. You go to JaylenandCasey.com and you click on Dear Jaylen and Casey. And there you can submit your question. You can check a box, let us know if you want to be anonymous. And when we get that, we get notified through the website that you submitted the question. We'll answer it in one of our upcoming videos.
So it may take longer for you to get your answer because we have a schedule and a rotation how we record. But if you want your answers right away and you need in-depth help, then be sure to book a session with us.
Yeah, to book a session. Book a session. There's a fee for that. Or you can send us your question and we'll get to it in one of our videos that we'll release on our channel eventually. But we just wanted to share that with you guys because it's going to be really great. So go to JaylenandCasey.com. You can get the link in the description of this video. Praise God for that. Thank you for watching. We love you and we'll see you next time. Subscribe, hit the notification bell.